Alrighty. Hello, folks. Let me turn down this music real quick, because that is far too loud for music. But there we go. Alrighty. You guys are going to have to tell me how everything sounds. I'm just making sure that everything looks quality. Prime quality. Alrighty, so how are we looking? How are we sounding? Does everything look good? Everything sound good? The music is a little loud in my own ears. I don't know if I can turn it down anymore and have it be good. But turn it down here a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Howdy, here we are. Today I'm going to be building this set, this exact set, but in a different color. Which I am very much looking forward to, because I love this set quite a lot. But I have always been a Jango Fett fan, primarily, more so than a Boba Fett fan. I mean, Boba's cool and all, but Jango Fett is my favorite Mandalorian, and so I'm looking forward to building his version of the Slave One, and unfortunately the UCS one is a little bit outside of my reasonable price range over there, but that's okay because they released a Playscale one, which I have in this box. It was just delivered to my house earlier today, actually. Let me just open this real quick in a way that does not show you guys my address. Here we go. right there. There we go. Oh, hey, Jed, how's it going? Here we go. Here's the two of these. It's OMG, it's pretty. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it so pretty? We have our old one and our new one. Currently at work, hoping to get off soon, but hi, I miss our convos. Oh man, I miss you too. Hi, how's it going? I realize my camera's not. My light is. Yes, okay. Light is good. Light is good. Welcome in. I'm sorry that you are still trapped at work for the evening, but hoping to get off soon. I hope that you get the chance to get off soon as well. 'Cause that sounds no fun, especially for a Saturday evening. But thank you for coming by and joining. It's been going and I'm all right. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm hearing noise, and I wonder if that sound happens every time someone chats? Question mark. So I'm going to turn off disable chat box notifications. There we go. Try to be there as soon as possible. Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming by to say hello, even though you are busy. I actually passed a Raising Cane's recently with Michaela. We were out and about in our home city, and we passed one, and I was like, oh, hey, I know someone who works over there. I don't know. I imagine it's not the same exact one, unless by a massive stroke of luck we happen to live in the same city that will go unspoken. But I was like, oh, yeah, nice. Cane's. I'm assuming this is Raising Cane's, like the chicken place. To be fair, I realize now that that was actually an assumption that I made, and that might not be the case. But I hope I'm correct. Luffy, how's it going? Good evening. Jet, you're there until 10. Nice. At least it's only 10. Luffy, happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, right? Oh my gosh, I don't have my watch on. As you can see, it's dead. And it has completely thrown me off. So I have no idea what day or time it is. I'm also working with a new microphone setup. I just recently was given a board that gives me all kinds of fun effects. So I have like a laughter sound now. And the ye old YouTube cheering sound. Those are all preloaded over here, as well as the ability to make my voice all echoey, which is very silly. So we have those tools to play with, or those toys to play with for later. Don't forget to like the stream like I almost did. That's very sweet, Michaela. Thank you. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm also doing well. I just spent the day over at a friend's house. It is their birthday. Shout out to Marion, who is sometimes around these parts. Got to hang out with a bunch of friends and eat a lot of pizza and drink a lot of lemonade, because that's the kind of cool guy that I am. Coda, hey, how's it going? I just tried holy shit. Hey, it sounds right. There's so much. There's little applause sounds. So now when I'm done, you can all applaud for me, or more accurately, oh, boo, as the case may be. I've got so much fun stuff over here. My friend gave me this podcast. It's a podcast board, and they were like, "You like to podcast, right?" And I was like, "I mean, nah, but close enough." So anyway, let's hop into the set. I'm very excited. My light is very bright and direct right now. I wonder if I can. Nope. Can I dim it down a little bit? Do I even need it? You know, I don't need it for the moment because we're looking at the box. But then afterwards we will. Mariana Perez, hello. How's it going? Boo boo, heckle heckle. Exactly. So today we're building this Slave 1, Jango Fett's Starship, the new version. It is basically a color swap of the Boba Fett one from 2021. And I'm okay with that. So I'm excited to get these minifigures. They're the same ones that are in the UCS version. Plus Lama Su, and the Jango Fett doesn't have arm printing. But they're going to go in my clone display case, which is actually currently empty because of a video that I'm still working on. Yes, I'm still working on that minifigure video. It's taking forever because I have a lot of them. So, let's crack this open. I've been working a lot lately, so my hands are all... my thumbnails are very short from work because they've been damaged. I'm going to turn back on my light here. So my thumbnails are short, which means I am struggling to open this box. But that's okay. And here we go. It's been a hot minute since we've built a Lego set together. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to try to stack our bags here. Here's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5 is down here. Ah, our good old-fashioned sticker sheet that we get to cry about later, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, cool. So there's no little bags. Alrighty. I'm going to put this ship over to the side. This is for the reference for you folks. This was in 2020, this 2020 or 2021 that this ship came out in correspondence with The Mandalorian Season 2. It had a repainted Boba Fett minifigure that went in here. He is currently elsewhere. It also has this little compartment here, out of which you can pull this frozen in carbonite little Gamorrean here. In terms of other features, the wings rotate with the ship. So if I have it flying up right here, you see the wings. I guess you're from above right now, so you can follow the wings as it lands. They go down like this, right? Standard Slave 1 stuff. It's got 2 stud shooters here, which I'm not going to fire off because I will lose them forever. And then around the back, it has this little handle, which is incredibly sturdy for the flying around with. It is impressively sturdy. I thought for a moment I just broke it. I did not. But that's not going anywhere. So, all I really need from this is this, but Jango Fett. That's where we're at. So, we're going to push all those bags over there. Let's start with bag number 1. And, oh, wouldn't you know it, everyone's favorite piece, the brick separator, which is a good thing, because actually, you know, I feel like I don't have enough brick separators these days. That is with abundant sarcasm for those who do not know. I have so many brick separators that I have made I should keep it with me, but I have a stack of brick separators that are all just like put together because I have so many of them. So, here we go. We're going to crack right into this. And we start with the Boba Fett. I know this Boba Fett has gotten a lot of hate online for a couple different, like, canonicity reasons. A lot of people feel like his arms here should be dark blue instead of sand blue. And in general, he should have more dark blue on him. But I don't really care for one reason, and that is because he has coal from Ninjago's hair. And how could I be mad at anything that has coal from Ninjago's hair? He's perfect. I do think it's interesting the discrepancy between like this light blue on the chest and the sand blue on the sides. It's not much. By that discrepancy, I mean there's not much. So, alas. I've also heard, just from anecdotally from folks who have built this set, that apparently it goes together, not super sturdy feeling. Jet, I don't know what your experience with that was like, how you actually felt about the building process. But I'm excited to see it. Not gonna lie, that's the same reason I like him, exactly. Being Cole from Ninjago is the coolest thing someone from Star Wars can be. Is Cole from Ninjago. So there we go. I want a brain fart, but that's okay. What's with the unsturdy Lego lately? Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this is why I appreciate you, because you've been listening to me rant. For those who don't know, I've been talking a lot about the clone turbo tank that came out recently, or the Juggernaut as it's being officially called. It apparently is just a disaster of structural engineering and costs just an insane amount of money. And people are very, very upset about it. Oh, was that the end of the song? Yes, it must have been. I'm just real quick going to see if I can change something about the stream real quick. But I'll keep talking, or try to, as I do. So yeah, basically just like it is super unsturdy. People have been picking it up, and it just like falls apart in their hands. And it's 160 pieces, or sorry, $160, and it costs the. Sorry, it's the same. My gosh, I'm a mess. Let me say, it is $160, and it is the same piece count as this actual set, which is insane. That's just insane. Oh, there we go. Save settings. Okay, I'm changing my settings so that the messages don't stay on screen for the whole time. They'll hang out for a little bit, but they will disappear eventually. So you guys can see what I'm building. So yeah, what is within unsturdy Lego these days? That is a phenomenal question. Also, cool to see this trapdoor piece. Dang. I feel like I haven't seen this since like the old days. I didn't know they still made this piece. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but here I am. Also, I don't know where you guys, if it is the same where you guys all are, but it is incredibly warm where I am right now. I'm very grateful that my hands and arms don't sweat, as you would see it. I'm very sweaty. But you know, we're out here building Lego, so that's our vibe for the evening. Interesting little gapping. Oh, I bet that this is the top of the ship. That would make sense. I've been trying to avoid spoilers on this build. I was hanging out with Jet, who was here earlier, and who is at work right now, I think, still. But I was watching him build this set and trying not to get too spoiled on it. Beyond the unstable back. But in theory, it does fully stabilize once we get there. There we go. The only thing that I've seen that's kind of a large, maybe issue is the wrong word for it, is that the little, this part that sticks out is kind of unstable, which I guess it is on the old one too. We'll have to see if it's any better or worse than the old one. We'll do a lot of comparisons. I know that this one has swapped the stud shooters, so they're now down here instead of up there, which is not a popular opinion, but that's okay. And yeah, in reference also to what Michaela was saying earlier about the sturdiness of Lego Star Wars this year, it's also been a crazy year for prices. There are no longer any sets that you can buy for under $15, I believe. When I feel like in years past, the staple of I don't know, being a kid and growing up with Lego was these $10 battle packs, little microfighters. There is a microfighter right now out. It's the Plo Koon one that I have talked about incessantly. But it is still $15 or $16, I think. Someone may have to fact check me on that. And I will continue to talk about the price of Lego Star Wars. Not just because I am passionate about it and I would love to buy more Lego Star Wars that I can't afford, but also because it is inherently a kid's toy. It is a product for children, and if children cannot buy it, then you have failed your audience. And I'm starting to like believe the more the Lego Star Wars is coming out right now, the more that I'm really starting to like believe that and starting to be like pissed off by it, basically. Ooh, yeah, that we're just totally owned by a stud there. I'm sure many of you have seen the $1,000 Death Star set that came out recently. And fine, I guess, that it exists. But it's not a full sphere, which actually does... It's a tough one for me because the design of the set doesn't actually bother me that much. The price does, though. Like, I don't mind that the Death Star set isn't a sphere. It's a flat display plane, basically. And that doesn't bug me. I think it looks actually pretty decent. The thing that bugs me is that it's $1,000. Like, come on. We're just normalizing $1,000 Lego sets now. And of course it's in Lego Star Wars, which is the one that makes them the most money. Lego, for those of you who may not know, has a really interesting history in terms of its development as a company. Obviously, many people know that it was going under in kind of the 2000s, and this is when they kind of made a last-ditch effort with Galador, which was a theme that was designed to appeal to the action figure market of the early 2000s. And it famously did so poorly that it almost drove Lego under, and so they decided to reduce their part count, which eventually would lead to the canceling of beloved themes like Bionicle. But at one point, the owner of Lego, I believe, passed away. And everyone was super nervous because who was going to take over again? Was it going to be somebody who was, kind of a greedy corporation, kind of corporate person, a money person? And it ended up not actually being that bad. It ended up being somebody who was really passionate about Lego as a kind of maybe a brand is the wrong word, but Lego as a medium and a process and all of those things. And I am blanking on his name, unfortunately, but it really sent Lego in a really lovely direction for a while, and it became this incredibly wholesome toy that has become the largest toy brand in the world. And now, I don't know, here we are charging $1,000 prices for sets. And again, like I said, I understand like some sets are for collectors and all that jazz, and it's different from, I think that there's a space to have $1,000 sets in addition to sets for kids. My issue is not that, and like I said, it's not the design of the $1,000 Death Star. It's that as we increase and as we normalize these expensive sets and just the general price of sets going up and up and up and up, kids lose access to this kind of thing. And you see it happening in Pokemon too. Obviously, Michaela is far more passionate about Pokemon than I am right now, but the Poke craze of the 2020s here is making it so the kids can't enjoy it. I think I'm talking about this every single time I stream, don't I? Kind of. So I apologize for those who are getting a little sick of hearing it, but I think it needs to be said. Coda RIP Bionicle sets, I agree. There is a recent Bionicle set that came out either last year or 2 years ago that was a gift with purchase. And I saw it recently at a used Lego store. It was only like $30. I was like, oh man, that is a set that I need to absolutely snap up just for the history of it and such. Also, the prices are wild. Just to buy a tiny box with less than 60 pieces is over $40 these days. It feels so much less accessible. And I totally freaking agree. The battle pack that got announced I guess it released recently, is literally just a battle pack, and it's $45, and it's sitting on store shelves right next to the other battle pack from last year, the one with the shock troopers and the Shock Troopers and the Shinies. Just the regular Phase 2 Troopers. And that set is $25, I believe. Maybe $30. No, I think it was $30. And it's sitting right next to a $45 battle pack that has the same stuff in it. Which is crazy. But anyway, all of this leads me to the point of there's sets like this, which actually expensive, yes. This is a $70 set. This was a $50 set in 2020 or 2021. I believe it was 2021. $70, $50. Obviously, we have increased $20. That is more than accounting for inflation. But a lot of people really like to talk about the parts per piece metric to determine value, which is inherently flawed because there are different sizes of Lego parts. So it doesn't always work. But if you are going by part per piece, the generally accepted number is 10 parts per piece, or sorry, 10 cents per piece. And if this is coming out swinging as a $70 set, it is 707 pieces. That is just about 10 cents per piece, which, like I said, flawed metric for sure, but the closest thing we have to an objective one. And if you are somebody who subscribes to that, then this is a set for you. Now, where did I make up? Oh, there it is. I was literally about to go on about where did I lose that piece to. It seems I lose a piece every single time I build one of these, which I think is hilarious because I see people all the time talking about, oh, Lego didn't include this piece, I lost this piece. And I would be willing to bet that 9 times out of 10, it is folks actually just misplacing it. Did I done-diddly did a silly thing? I done-diddly did it. So we're going to move it over that way. And I'm overall, $70 is a lot, but is a lot of money to spend. But I think I am overall going to be happy with it. Yeah, the price per piece, Coda, the price per piece metric is interesting. It's, I think it came about, this would be a really interesting video. Talk about how it came about. I would have to guess that it would be people trying to guess how much it costs to like make Lego sets. Although, it is cost them nowhere near 10 cents to make each piece. But maybe like each piece, you can buy a piece for 10 cents. I don't know where 10 cents per piece came from. I am going to have to do some research into that. It kind of seems arbitrary. And also, it also seems not accurate to the last, several decades of Lego. There have been huge sets that have been worth different amounts. And obviously, that's not inflation-proof, so... what was considered the standard price per piece 10 years ago? Oh, there we go. We get a new Jango Fett head for the first time. This is my first Jango Fett minifigure as well. So I'm excited to get that. Oh, and this has a new rangefinder piece. Ooh, where is it? Do I get one? Is it? Oh, here it is. For those of you who are big fans of the Clone Wars and the Clone Wars sets that came with them, you will notice that this rangefinder piece here is different. For the first time ever, we have a new rangefinder piece. And I think it looks pretty good. I've kind of gotten a little fed up with the old ones. I was working on a video, and I had a rangefinder that just kept popping out of a clone's helmet. And that was frustrating. So finally, we have a new thing. And this minifigure is identical to the one that came in the UCS set. This minifigure is nearly identical. The only difference is that it does not have arm printing, and the other one does. Overall, I think it looks pretty phenomenal. And if I recall, yes, this is correct. He actually also comes with his little Jango Fett hair, which is perfect. This is also the same hair. I used this in a custom clone at one point, but this is the same hair that came with the T'Challa Star-Lord minifigure from the Marvel, or one of the Marvel CMF series. I sense that I'm about to have a visitor in the form of a kitten, as I can hear him coiling up to spring. We'll see if that comes true in the next minute or so. Oh, yeah. Here it shows the helmet and the hair. So that's lovely. Oh, and there he is. It's Kitten Break. Mwah. He's come over for head kisses. Yeah, there he is. This is my panther of a cat. I'll provide minifigure for scale. Oh, he hates that. You could tell. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, you want to help us build Lego? He has no idea. Oh, and he sits right on the set. It is under here. Hey, buddy. Hi. You're very sweet. I'm going to have to pick you up. Oh, I'm going to bump the camera. There's his little beans. And here he goes. Thank you, sir. Oh, and he's left kitten fur all over my desk. That's just fine. A noble sacrifice to make for Kitten Break. For those of you who may not know, that is my kitten Gotham, who I keep calling my kitten because I think of him as one, but he is fully just like a panther. He's a fully grown beast of a cat. Set? No. Only cat butt. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. We're actually transitioning over to just a cat streaming YouTube channel here. Just footage of my cats playing all day long. Honestly, I feel like that would do pretty well. I feel like that's got to be a thing. You know, I know zoos do it where they just stream like their animal enclosures. And that's super cool. Oh, I wonder if zoos that stream their animal enclosures also, like, I wonder if you could watch them in VR. I wonder if anyone does them in VR. Or if that, like, completely destroys the purpose of a zoo. Because I would totally just, like, sit in my VR headset. Oh, this is so sad. But, like, sit, like, in a VR headset and, like, watch animals play like I'm at the zoo. But it's free and I'm at home. I feel like that would defeat the purpose of a zoo. And I feel like zoos would hate that idea. But hey, make zoo Netflix, Zooflix. Nah, Zooflix sounds like it streams a very different kind of content, so maybe not. But make my zoo subscription service. Nope, yeah. Or I just get to sit all day in VR and watch animals play. I suppose that's the appeal behind a game like Zoo Tycoon or something like that, right? It's just a video game where you can hang with your animal friends. Did I skip a step, but it was correct? Yes, I did. One of the things that really stood out to me about the Jango Fett Slave one, sorry, I keep calling it that because I'm used to there only being one, and that being the UCS version. One thing that stood out to me about the UCS version is how much green there is in it. I never thought about this set having green, because it's the blue one, but it's not just. I think that idea is an accessible idea for folks who can't leave the house to go to zoos, though. Yeah! Exactly. And I bet you that you would get stoners who would pay inordinate amounts of money for that as a product. Alrighty, it's sticker time. Sticker time, come get your stickers. Bugs me that this is sticker number 2, but we haven't put sticker number 1 yet on. Like, why aren't they in order? It's okay, because I crushed it. And you know what? That is our first sticker of the night. And it looks beautiful. So that's just signaling that we are going to have an excellent rest of the night for stickers. Oh, unless this one goes poorly. We shall see. It goes like this. Like this. So if I put it on like this, it will be correct. Yes, yes. You all agree with me, right? God, this would be the best if I was like a narcissist and I was just streaming to like get validation. It'd be great. Hey, how's that mask stream reference? Hey, brother. Yeah, look at that. Get your little eye hole. Yeah. I did exactly. I remember that. Maybe we'll have to try it on once I get to that. Once I get it all together. Right now we just have our little Joker smile here, but all blue. I guess there's a lot of green up top here that I didn't think about. Oh, but those stickers look clean. For once, we're not crying about it later. We're cheering about it now. And I always love when they do this, especially in Star Wars sets, where they include fun colors inside the set. Because if you only buy, say you're a kid and you only buy like Lego Star Wars sets and you are disassembling them and you want to build something more creative, you're never gonna find fun colors. So they hide them inside. Or at least that's my conspiracy theory version of why. Alrighty, set number 1, because we're doing everything out of order, but at least we're putting all of our stickers up near the top, so that's good. Wait, is it good? Sometimes I just talk. I guess it's good because it means we're getting them all out of the way quickly. I wonder how they decide what things to make stickers and what things to make prints. I understand that they have to, it's like a budget thing, that you can only have a certain number of prints in a set, and then the rest have to be stickers and everything, blah, 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 blah. I get that. But I wonder how they decide what's what. Also, are there stickers on this? Yes. These are 2 stickers up here. So they've done this vent section slightly differently. There's these 2 gray bits are both stickers here. And then seems like there's a sticker here. Yeah, that's a sticker. You can see it's peeling a little bit up in this corner. And this is a sticker down here as well. Whereas this one seems like it only has 1 sticker. That's fine. This is a printed control panel? Yes, printed control panel. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's ones here. 5, 6. Interesting. So we've just got stickers in different places, but it looks like actually more stickers on the old one. Does that mean that this is just going to feel less detailed or less frustrating? Or both? It could be both. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess we're 1 sticker less. Both vents go near the top. Oh, hello, hello. Raka Triputra. How close was I? Welcome in. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy Lego build. Ooh, these streams need a name, don't they? I have Cool Minifigure Thursday on my shorts. I gotta have a name for like silly set Saturday, or salacious stream Saturday. Crushing that, but welcome to it, regardless of what it is called. And this pops right on here. We're building up the underside here. I wonder how many pieces this set has over here. Do a minifigure of me. I don't know what you look like, other than, is that a green fox turtle? Question mark? Am I seeing that correctly? Let me pull up your channel here. Yeah, a green fox turtle. I don't know that I have the parts to do that tonight, but I like it. Feels very Avatar: The Last Airbender. And 2 of these little guys here. It feels like there's a lot of greebling on the back here. Between these 2 little hinges that I can't imagine do anything, right? And then on the back of this, down here, there's a bunch of these, what are hinged pieces of a different kind. I can't imagine those do anything, right? Like, we're not hinging any... Oh, sorry, this is the old one. Wait! Wow, it really is just 1 for 1, huh? That's crazy. Okay, we'll compare it. That was unscripted, but that was perfect. These hinge pieces. The perfect comparison moment. Oh, we're putting it all together. Great. All right, Jet, we have our mask. I was joking with Jet while he was building it that this looks like a mask. I don't know if I can get my face in here. Oh, I don't know if I want to get my face in here. Oh, it's a mask. See? I crushed it. Worth it. Yeah, I see a lot of the same build techniques, but they're slightly different down here, I think. This is 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, oh, that's the coolest part. So I know that they do this a lot with some of their car sets. Like right now they're doing it with the Ferrari, not the Ferrari, the F1 cars. Is that basically they're all just color swaps, which sick, cool, great. Especially if you're a car person. They don't really do that in Star Wars or Ninjago. They don't really do like color swaps. So this is my first time doing a color swap like this, and I think that kind of comparison is fun. It's so funny. I'm glad you enjoyed, Coda. You know me, just a silly, goofy guy. Just silling and goofing. I thought about trying to stream over from my Lego desk, like I did, last week or 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately, I just don't think that it works out. Let's see. I'm 10 years old. First off, hi. I'm 10 years old. I have black and brown short hair with dark nougat skin with light nougat hands. Done. There he is. There's you. Black and brown short hair. I guess this is long. Oh, hang on. Black and brown short hair. Dark nougat skin with light nougat hands. I don't have light nougat hands. All I have is medium nougat everything. But there you go. That's you. How close am I? How close am I, Raka? There, it's perfect. I was gonna joke and say I don't have all the pieces for it because I have all my minifigures all built in the other room. But you know, I might have exactly the pieces for it. Oh, I bet we're building the I bet we out here building... Sorry, I can't talk. Well, I'm thinking as well. I bet we're out here building that that handlebar. Right? From the other one? Must be. I hope the other... Wait, I hope this set has the handle. I'm going to be bummed if it doesn't. Also, how am I supposed to attach... Oh, I see. It would help if I read the instructions, y'all. That's awfully silly of me. 1, 2 go on this. I didn't know we had half Technic plates like this. That's kind of cool. 1, X. 1, X. There we go. And we're going to pop this little guy out of here. Nope. Out of here. Crushed it. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, this is a whole Technic system, isn't it? Is this like... Oh, is this the interior, like the spinal bit? Spinal bit maybe is the wrong word. I have a red shirt with brown shorts. Well, unfortunately, I don't have the pieces with me right now to make that minifigure of you, my friend. But... have you ever built a minifigure of you? And if so, do you like it? I feel like building a sig fig is what I've always heard it called, which stands for signature figure, and that's you. Building a sig fig is a rite of passage for LEGO fans. So I feel like you got to build your own sig fig. I can't build it for you. You know? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Looks like Slave 1 set. Yeah, one or two Slave 1 sets right here. How was the mask? Oh, it was excellent. Oh, you missed it. We're going to do it again. Oh, hey there. God, I hope that works. I can't see because I'm looking up into my camera. I can't look at the monitor at the same time. Gosh, I hope that works. Hey there, ho there. It was excellent. no, it's up by 1. Welcome. Is that Jean Felix Draws, or is that Jean Felix Draws? That was perfect. I could see it out the corner. Excellent. There was a time where I imagined that I would never show my face on the internet. And that fell apart real quick. I guess I do long form videos that all show my face, so that's perfect. That was the welcome to the curio shop. Hope you find what you're looking for. Looks like you found yourself a gem. I could buy that gem from you if you like. Or you can add it to your collection. Try for that legendary Crown of Wonder. Hey there, hi there, who there? Want some chicken on the go there? That's a Kane saying? I love that. Alright, here we've got our handle. There we go, folks. We're all handled up on a Saturday. We'll just tuck that in there, though, for the moment. Before we get a handle on things. Jean is French. I'm French. Am I saying it right? Jean? Hope so. I'm sorry for being French. Or you can keep that gem for you. You can keep that gem for a chance at the legendary Crown of Wonder. Fun fact, that was my Halloween costume last year. And I just recently opened up the shoulder bag that I was using for it. And I drew a little Webkinz emblem in it. Some of you youngins there might be a little bit too young to remember Webkinz, which is a crime. But for those of you who haven't, I don't know if you saw, but they're revamping their website and making it all modern compatible. I've been kind of fighting with them to try to get my account back because I was a huge Webkinz fan. I mean, I'm a huge Lego fan. You can imagine what I was like with collectible stuffed animals that had a digital play environment. Ooh, I was just foaming at the mouth as a young'un. Oh, why is this not fitting? Yeah, okay, cool. On the right, that mask looks like an elephant. Yeah, it kind of does. I know exactly what you mean. Big red elephant with a big red nose there. Come on now. Why are we struggling with this? My diagnosis, French. What's oh, that's sticking out the bottom. Oh, interesting. For reference, this little nub here is sticking out the bottom, and I think that that's what's stopping it from connecting in. My diagnosis was correct. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I guess that's a Piglet saying. I always say that with the Winnie the Pooh voice, but... let's see. You get your Webkinz account back, hit me up. I could grind the daily games for you. I've been craving playing it. Honestly, dude, I would love to. Did I mess this up? I think maybe I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't. Oh, I did this black double piece here. One too low. And that's why we're having troubles with this whole dang thing. Let's see. Will you get any Spider-Verse CMF? Yes, I will get all of them. I am nearly 100% positive that I will get all of them. Because they all look so good, right? Well, maybe not all of them, but I am going to try to collect them. I got a chocolate donut and chocolate pudding. Ooh, I agree with Michaela. That is yummy. There we go. Yeah, I think that those Spider-Verse figures look amazing. I'm not a huge Spider-Verse fan. In fact, I've only seen the first one, which I know is a crime, and I know y'all are going to flame me for that. But I need to see the second one, and I haven't gotten around to it. So I'm kind of hoping that the figures coming out ends up being the push that I need to go see the second Spider-Verse movie. And then eventually, that third Spider-Verse movie, if it ever comes out, and if the devs, not the devs, the animators don't absolutely cry from overwhelming standards. Standards crunch, you know, all that jazz. Oh, speaking of standards at crunch, I've been following. People have been talking about what like is going to be the next Lego game that comes out, specifically by TT Games, the people who made all the Lego Star Wars games and the DC and Marvel games. And supposedly, the next game is supposed to be a Lego Batman set. Next game is supposed to be a Lego Batman game that goes through all of the different Batman movies. All of the Tim Burton ones, all of the like Dark Knight ones, the animated ones, which could be super cool. I'm a big Lego DC guy. I'm a big DC guy in general, so I've been thriving since the new Superman movie came out. But I don't know. Apparently they've pushed back the time frame of the game because they don't want to do the crunch thing that they did with the Lego the Skywalker saga. This goes down and this goes through. Yes, cool. So they really don't want to crunch their devs, and they're taking their time with it, which I think is just phenomenal news. Because the Skywalker saga was not a great process for them, if you don't know. Let's see, are there any September sets you are looking forward to? Yes. And I heard about the 18 plus Arkham set. Yes, and that is one of them that I'm looking forward to. For those who don't know, there's a modular Lego Arkham set that's coming out, and oh man, it looks so good. And finally, DC's getting some like actual real love. I mean, granted, it's still all Batman sets, and I'm not a huge Batman person, which is sin as well, I know. But yes, mainly that one. I don't think there's any Lego Star Wars that's coming out September 1st, right? I think this is pretty much it for the year. This August wave. Maybe some stuff later in the... Oh, the Death Star, I guess. And September 1st is also supposed to be the Pirates of the Caribbean set, I believe. They're releasing a Black Pearl that I know my friend Marion is quite excited about. A big scale Lego Black Pearl ship, which is super cool. But for me, the Arkham Asylum is the biggest one, because it's the first DC modular we've gotten. We've gotten so many cool Marvel modulars. The Sanctum Sanctorum, the X Mansion, I believe, is technically a modular. I don't know if it fully counts, because it's got a weird little front porch, but it connects modularly, I think. And this is the first DC modular, and like I said, I'm not a big Batman person, but I really want this set to do well, because I want them to know that they can make modular sets. I was having a conversation with somebody in the comments of one of my videos where they were talking about what other modular sets would you want to see, and I really want to see a modular Daily Planet set. I mean, I really want Superman sets from the new movie, but specifically I'd love a Daily Planet one. I'd love a Hall of Justice one. I would love... I guess we're already getting the Arkham. Maybe a Wayne Manor that has some sort of bat cave underground or something would be super cool. Just, you know, some more creativity. I'm a big Marvel fan. I can tell from your lovely little Deadpool. I have the Avengers Tower, Daily Bugle, Sanctum Sanctorum, Quinjet, and a lot of smaller sets. You know, I've seen really good things about the... Is that the most recent Quinjet? Because I've seen people talking about how awesome that set is, and especially for the value. Well, for the value, especially compared to Lego Star Wars these days. I don't know if you've ever watched Jang Bricks on YouTube, but he was talking about how it is the same price as the clone Juggernaut, the turbo tank that just came out. And it is so much bigger and so much nicer and more detailed. So Marvel's really getting... Marvel, especially with all of those other modulars that you were talking about, it's really getting some sweet love right now. I really want the... So the only modulars for reference that I have is the Lego Ninjago City Gardens, which is technically modular. It has the pins for it, and I want to expand that in some really fun ways. And one of the ones that I want for it is the Sanctum Sanctorum specifically. My fiance is a really big Spider-Man fan. I am not as big on Spider-Man, but I enjoy it. So, point being, the Daily Bugle isn't quite as high of a priority. The Sanctum Sanctorum, though, is so cool. I really liked the first Doctor Strange movie, and the fact that you get some cool minifigures and a really cool-looking build are both very attractive to me. What out of all of those, what is your favorite What's your favorite Marvel set? If you have one. You're not that big of a Spider-Man fan? But that's fine. That's fair. You're bigger than me in terms of that, most likely. And I've built this backwards. Well, that's devastating. Let me do this again, but correctly. The hazards of building and talking at the same time. Here we go. Hey, Randucci, how's it going? Did I say sweet love in that deep, sultry voice? Yes, sir. Yes, you did. Yes, brother. Of everything modular, I have his Deku Tree and Jango Garden, and I count the Going Merry as one. Wait, the Deku Tree is modular? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Since how and when and what? Really? Man, don't make me get the Deku Tree. That's too expensive. I mean, they're all too expensive, but especially the Deku Tree. Oh, you can't do that to me, man. Uh-oh, I need another one. Does anyone see another Technic Axle here? Let's play a little game of Dora the Explorer. Can you see a Technic Axle? I know I'm going to need that. Pull this one here. Oh, I hope it's not in the bag that I already threw away. Let's check. Bag 3. No, I don't see it. Raggy. Is this going to be the first time that I'm missing a piece? Is it finally now? Did it fall on the floor? Am I being silly? No. Here it is. Haha. I'm blind. Avengers Tower is your favorite one? Nice. That is a good choice. It is absolutely a huge set. Deku Tree is a very nice set, and I don't even care for the IP. Dude, I agree. Of the 3 Zelda, or of the Zelda games in it, I think I love the Zelda minifigure. Sorry, I love the minifigures from Breath of the Wild more, but I love the Deku Tree build from Ocarina of Time more. So I think if I had that set, I would probably build the Ocarina of Time version and just put the Breath of the Wild figures on display. I built a off-fabricable version of the Pikmin ship. For those of you who have played, for all 3 people out there who have played a Pikmin game, I built the Pikmin ship, and so I kind of have it sitting as part of like a little mini Nintendo display. If I ever get more Mario sets of it, no, I don't have any Marios. That's not true. I technically have one Mario expansion set that somebody got me who had no idea what Lego Mario was these days. And so I don't have it built though. If I ever got more Mario sets, I'd put the Deku Tree with all of those in sort of my little Nintendo display. I am a big Nintendo person. No, the Deku Tree is just on a black platform. Just went and looked at it. You know what? Fair enough. I'm a little glad for my wallet that it's not modular, but bummed for you. And here's the thing too. I say this all the time around here. Lego is modular. You could always... Lego is modular, so you could always make it, ironically, modular. But Lego can be modified, is probably a better way of wording that. So you can make it whatever you would like. The Master Sword is dual molded, trans blue for the blade and purple for the rest. Oh, I know. It's so pretty. It made it very briefly onto the short list. My fiance and I are getting married, and we put some Lego on our registry, and it very, very briefly made it onto the short list of sets that we might ask for from other folks, along with that D&D set that came out recently. That is gorgeous, but way too expensive. And I was like, well, it would be handy if I could be given this set. But nothing in this world comes for free. So, alas. another time, perhaps. But yeah, no, that is a super cool set. I am very happy for you that you managed to grab one. All right, now that we have the backs of these both fully assembled. Oh, I wonder if we're going to add... No, maybe not. This one is more detailed, I think. Well, no, they're just different. The top parts are very similar. The bottom parts down here feel quite different. I keep messing up the guns here every time. Wasn't the D&D set from 2024? Yes, it was. But it was overpriced. So I did not grab that. And it's still on store shelves, though. You can still go out and buy it. That to me was the first one. You know, we were talking earlier about the price of Lego these days. That was the first set that came out where I was like, they are out of their gosh darn minds charging that much for that set. But hey, you know, Lego is Lego and people will absolutely buy it. So, you know, more power to them. Make the Majestic Tiger set and then make it a robot with extra ball joint pieces and extra slope pieces. Very nice. Dude, I feel like if you haven't checked it out, you might be super into Lego Dreams. I don't know if Majestic Tiger is from Dreams, actually. I don't want to sound silly. But you sound like a Dreams fan, which I appreciate. Are you a Lego ambassador where Lego sends you Lego sets to review in advance? I am not. I am not sponsored by Lego in any way. Lego doesn't even know that I exist, aside from my account and my credit card number. But I always joke, you know, I was talking with my fiance about, I do this for fun. I do this so that I can hang out with you guys on a Saturday afternoon, and so I can ramble about, in some of my longer form videos about all the crazy things that I love about Lego as a hobby. I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the clout. That being said, if I were to ever set myself a numbers goal for somewhere that I want to get, a number of subscribers or viewers or whatever, it would be whatever I would need to get into the Lego Ambassador Network, because that would make all of this free. And at that point, the hobby becomes self-sustaining. This doesn't feel right. Sorry, I'll come back to that. That would make all of this self-sustaining, because right now I pay for the sets, I get the sets, I build the sets with you guys, and then that's it. And I don't make any money off of it. I only spend money on the Lego sets. So if I had any goal, that goal would be to become a Lego ambassador and have Lego send me the sets so that I wouldn't have to buy them. I could just build them and talk to you guys about it. I wouldn't have to spend money. I wouldn't be at a loss, basically. Or get big enough on YouTube that I could make enough money off of the platform to buy the sets and just run it a lot. I don't need to make money off this. I'm not here for that. I just want to be able to build Lego in peace. I sub to you. Thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. Michaela Randucci saying hi to you. He's here for some Gazpacho Steve action. Michaela woke me up this morning, by the way, and goes, you know, I was thinking about if there was some way to fit Gazpacho Steve into our wedding vows. And I was like, that's adorable, and also don't you dare. I start talking with a New York accent as soon as I start thinking about Gazpacho Steve. I always start going into this little, you know, it is what it is. You do what you gotta do. Playing Pokemon and half listening? Excellent. Which Lego sets are you more interested in? That's a good question. What do you mean by more interested in? Because at this point, I'm interested in pretty much everything. I'll answer it in terms of themes. The themes that I'm the most interested in are Ninjago and Star Wars. That's what I have the most of. Oh, it's kitten time again. It's kitten disruption time. Oh, he's stepping on pieces. And then he gets, like, mad that he's stepping on pieces and they're sticking to his feet. But he's the one stepping on the pieces. But he's trying to get to my hair tie, which I've put around a glass. He loves to play with hair ties. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Excuse me. Scoocha that butt. Scoocha you wooch. There you go. Yeah, so Star Wars and Ninjago. Ninjago, I was big into it when I was a kid. And then as the target demographic is. And then I kind of fell out of it as I got older, and I was cool. I was never cool, let's be honest. But I fell out of love with it. And then when I was in college, I kind of got hopped back into it. And I started watching it with a friend of mine. And I was like, oh, man, I have a bunch of these sets from when I was a kid. Because my godmother spoiled me with it. So I dug them all out. I found all my old Ninjago sets, and that was an incredible experience. Because I have a bunch of the old ones, which automatically gives you, like, loyalty, you know what I mean? So Ninjago, I still watch the show, and I still have a great time with it. And then Star Wars, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. And that will, I think, never change. Interesting that this just sits here. That is correct, right? Yeah. I'm a big Star Wars fan in general. A lot of my shorts that have gone viral have actually been not about Lego at all, but just me talking about Star Wars, specifically like Clone Wars, etc. And so, you know, I'm a big fan of Jango Fett as a character, so I'm glad to be getting this set right here. I'll tell you that. Get out of here! Hey, get out of here with that guy. Get out of here with that there Boba Fett. Bring back that Jango Fett. The OG. I was into Star Wars until the sequels came out and the quality wasn't there. Dude, I hear you. I went to go see the sequels with my father-in-law, with Michaela's parents. And who are not yet my father-in-law for another 68 days. And I remember walking out of the Rise of Skywalker and being like, well, at least it's better than the last one. And then I sat there and I thought about it for a while, and I was like, man, but at least the last one was doing something. Like, you know, I know people hate The Last Jedi for a lot of reasons, and I hear you on those folks who don't like it. But at least it was doing something. It had ideas. It had new, fresh ideas. Like The Force Awakens was all just recycled A New Hope again, and then Rise of Skywalker was just like, oh, you didn't, Last Jedi came along and you know, it had its whole thing of like, you have to kill the past. What is it? Destroy the past, kill it if you have to, or whatever their line was. And, you know, not necessarily a huge fan of that, but at least it was doing something. It had new ideas. And then people didn't like it. And so then they came out with Rise of Skywalker, and they went, never mind, we know you like your Star Wars. Never mind. And it just made nothing. It made for tonally nothing and artistically nothing. Storytelling-wise, it was nothing. Nothing happened. They undermined Anakin's sacrifice, which, you know, is, I guess, not the biggest deal in the world, but it's still a bummer. Like, I don't necessarily care about it from, like, a nostalgia point of view, but I do care about it from, like, a storytelling point of view. What was the point? What was the point of all the other Star Wars movies that we all watched and loved? Like, storytelling, it falls apart. So, anyway, the sequel's not my favorite. I would reckon that I probably don't hate them as much as a lot of folks do. But I am certainly not a fan. So. But I think that they've done a lot of really cool stuff with Star Wars besides that. In the rest of the world. I think that... what other stuff has come out? Clone Wars obviously is phenomenal, and they got to do Clone Wars Season 7 since the sequels came out. So that's cool. And Andor has been a phenomenal... The Mandalorian was really good. I think it's kind of ebbed and flowed in quality. But that's okay. I didn't hate The Acolyte as much as a lot of people did. I think that it was messy, and I think that it needed a lot of work that I wish it could have gotten in a second season. But you know what? It was not great. It did not make a great first impression. People didn't watch it, and I don't blame them for not continuing it. What else has come out? Ahsoka was okay. My point being, there's been a lot of Star Wars that has come out recently that I have mostly enjoyed. Don't you think that with 9 movies in their titles, the titles could be changed to make sense? Oh my gosh, is this... So, I've seen this theory, if it's what I'm thinking of. If it's what I think you're thinking of. Which is that all of the Star Wars movies are off by 1. So, like, Revenge of the Sith, for example, the clones attack. So, Revenge of the Sith should actually be Attack of the Clones. Am I thinking of that right? You'll have to elaborate on it, because that's the only one that I can think of. In particular. But hey, yeah, rock a jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. You got it, dude. And then I jump back, do it again. Ninja go. Oh, I didn't put this in the right spot. Keeps. Yeah, I love Ninjago. Awesome TV show. Dragons Rising has been super fun. Look at that shaping. That's pretty cool. It's interesting to see how many more pieces we're using to do basically this shape. I wonder if they're actually, you know, kind of feels like maybe we don't need more pieces. It's just gonna make the set more expensive, and it feels a little bit bulkier. You know what I mean? Thicker through here, but that's okay. We are trusting the process tonight, guys. Trusting the process. I'm just so excited to be able to have, like, my 2 Slave 1s on either side of my display shelf. And then I have Jango Fett's helmet that I got this year. That's just right in the center there. I've been waiting for this set for so long. I've been waiting for this set since 2002. Let's be honest, folks. There's been, before this year, 1 single Jango Fett Slave 1. And it was in 2002. And it was an awesome set. But it was big and expensive, and I had an awesome nostalgic Jango Fett, but they've never made a play-scale version of it. The fact that they made this at all is just so much fun. And it matches this one. Like the 9th movie should have been Rise of Skywalker or whatever. The movie finds Luke. Oh, sure. The Last Jedi should have been the Rise of Skywalker. Okay. I could see that. And I think The Force Awakens is probably could be A New Hope or something like that, or like the Phantom Menace, since it came out, like since it was the bringing back Star Wars for the first time in a long time. Like the Phantom Menace is the Return of the Jedi. I think I follow. I do like the way that they do this step pattern. I don't know if you can really see it, yeah, because it's not in 3D. But look at how aesthetically this is like. Kind of reminds me of the Van Gogh set, that had a bunch of like step-based building, not steps as in 99, 100, 101, but like like stairs. Stairs. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, super complicated word of the English language. Stairs. We struggle around here, but that's okay. We're not here for the talking. You guys don't come here to listen to me. Come here for Lego builds. Surely. But yeah, interesting that there's so much green on this, on the Jango Fett Slave 1. Interesting that it's not in the same place that it is on Boba's. So like even though this, because it's blue and green, becomes green and red, the green isn't in the same spot. Now continue the Ninjago theme song. I don't know if I can without getting copyright struck, my guy. You don't want me to get in trouble for it, do you? Besides, I can't sing it anywhere near as good as those guys do. They're the real musicians. Maybe someday, though, I could do a dramatic reading of it. Ninja go. Ninja go. And then you jump back, jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. I actually know the verses to that song, which is, I think, crazy. I've listened, I used to, back in the day, and you old folks will remember this with me, I used to download songs onto my iPod Touch. Actually, onto this iPod Touch. 4th generation iPod Touch. This is the one, this is the exact one that Percy Jackson looks in the back of when he's going to kill Medusa in that Percy Jackson movie. And anyway, I downloaded the Ninjago theme song onto that, and I used to listen to it all the time. So remember, I was there from the beginning. There's that, and there's that. Excellent. Last series of Ninjago I heard was with the Jinn, or the Ghosts after. I meant the series before the reboot. I know what you're talking about, although technically, I just gotta say, it's not technically a reboot, but I know what you mean. So the last season... so season 1 was the pilots was skeletons. I dropped a piece. Hang on. Pilots was skeletons, and then the snakes, and then the stone warriors. Then it was the Tournament of Elements. Then it was ghosts. Then it was season 6 was the Jinn. Yep. And that series was awesome. That's one of my favorites. It's called Skybound, and that is one of my favorites of the whole show. And then after Skybound, it was Time Travel, The Hands of Time. And then after that season, they changed the aesthetic. They changed the character designs, and that's what I think you're referring to as the reboot. So that was cool. And then after that, they changed up the series format a little bit. They changed from 10 20-minute episodes to 20 10-minute episodes. Oh, you're right. The Ninja Robots were season 3. Did I skip that? Ah, you're right. The Ninjroids, as they were called. So yeah, the era of the 20 10-minute episodes, that was rough. They did one season that was Fire and Ice themed. Then they did a season that was video game themed, I think. Then a Cole themed season called Master of the Mountain. Then they did a Nia themed season. It was called Seabound, similar to Skybound. And then they had Crystallized, which was a Lloyd-based season where they fought crystal fighters. Yes, Ninjroids, exactly. And that was kind of a rough... Ooh, cat's bumping the mic. Sorry about that. That was kind of a rough era for the show. I think some of their storytelling decisions were not amazing, if I'm being 100% honest. And then they not reboot. I'll call it a soft reboot because everything is still canon. But they introduced new characters in Eren and Sora and Wildfire, and that's the current era of the show. It's called Dragon's Rising, and it's a lot of fun. If I'm being honest, I thought that Ninjago had kind of gotten to the point where they had used up all of their creative ideas, and not so. They got a whole new creative team behind it too, which is refreshing to see. Ooh. We're using one of these pieces. That's super cool. It's like opalescent. I don't know if you can see it like reflecting like that. It's like transparent or translucent or whatever. So that's cool. Hey Jet, leaving an hour and 15. I look forward to seeing you, man. Good luck with work still. I remember one season where they were in a jungle where there was a cult of dudes praising the Serpentine. Yes, that was season 4, the Tournament of Elements. And you know, normally, so up here, which you guys can't see, I have a big case of minifigures. I'm working on a video where I'm going through all of them, but I have all of those minifigures from that season. That was a lot of fun. Long before time had a name. The first Spinjitzu master created Ninjago with the 4 elemental weapons of Spinjitzu. Jet is out here counting down the minutes. Oh, yeah, you're so right. Which is funny because we have a cat named Jet who is also counting down the minutes till he gets his dinner. So it is a big time for people named Jet right now. Yeah, Ninjago's good, dude. Ninjago's good again. What is it, 2011? Ninjago's good again and Pokemon is everywhere? What a world we live in. Yeah, it was rough there for a minute. I don't know the names of the seasons. Sorry, that's all good. That is all good. If you haven't checked it out in a while, I recommend it. I mean, set your expectations. It's a kids show, but as far as kids shows go, it's pretty dang good. I know a lot of people talk about like your Steven Universe kinds of shows, that are like kids shows, but they like also are awesome for adults. I'd say Ninjago is one of them. It aged well, and now they're doing, now that it's hugely popular again, they're doing like adult, not adult themed sets. That's not what I mean at all. But they're doing sets that are more targeted towards adult collectors. So they're doing these huge. You mentioned that you have, Sean, you have Ninjago City Gardens, and they have a bunch of sets like that. Sets that are more intended for older builders and are more complicated. And I think those sets are awesome. I only saw one season of the newer ones. They were in a kind of simulation or something. Yeah, that is season 12, I believe. It's called Prime Empire. And basically the plot is that there's a rogue video game AI who is abducting people into the Matrix, basically. And so the ninja have to go in to stop him. And it's a very Jay focused season. He gets a lot to do in that. Jay and Nia get some lovely little much needed character development. At the end, Jay learns a big lesson about friendship. That's underselling it probably a little bit. I should not pitch it like that sarcastically. But that was in the era that I was mentioning of 20 10-minute episodes per season. And, that really burnt a lot of fans, I think. I think a lot of people were really frustrated by getting subpar quality stuff. As you should be. Those lengths of episodes didn't really leave a whole lot of room for storytelling. I will say the only good thing, well, no, it did a couple good things. But one of the good things that it did was it did some episodes in a different animation style. So they did like some anime inspired episodes, which are cool. I'm gonna go walk my dogs. See you. Well, thank you for stopping by. And what kind of dogs do you have? If you're still around, what kind of dogs do you have? But also enjoy your walk. And thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Interesting how much green we're popping in this nose piece here. And interesting that we're popping them on the other side. We have this I assume this is going down like this. We have this assembly on the sides. It's all studs. And then we have this curved thing down the middle. I wonder if we... No, it's actually a very different style than this was. Because this was just curved pieces just right on the tops there. That's cool. Hey, I love variety. As much as I love these two sets being nearly identical, it is fun. We're going to pop one in there and one in there. So this is one of the criticisms I've seen, is that it's a little wobbly in some way. Oh, kitten time. Kitten time. Hello, it's a kitten. Hey, kitten, how you doing? This is Gotham. He desperately wants his dinner, which is going to be in 8 minutes. Oh, he wants it so bad, but he is getting in the way. So I'm going to bump him down there. He has bumped my lamp and turned it off. So we're going to just turn that back on. Watch my camera struggling to keep up, but that's okay. So here's where we're at right now with our Jango Fett Slave 1. Here it is compared to our Boba Fett Slave 1. I don't know if that feels... Is that the right angle? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Does that not feel like a bit of a harsh angle on the newer one? Whatever. I don't care, as long as it looks nice in the end. And this feels nice and sturdy to me. It doesn't, people were talking about it being wobbly. Maybe a little bit. But overall, I think it feels quite sturdy. That's the only way to really properly build in funny angles like that. is with Technic on the inside. Hey, Cole, how's it going? Cole, we were just talking about the Ninjago character named Cole, and how our Boba Fett over here has Cole from Ninjago's hair, which immediately invalidates anyone who doesn't like him. I'm just kidding. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're cruising along on Jango Fett's Slave 1 over here. Apparently I've knocked loose a piece up at the top here, which is a bummer. But there we go. We've now fixed it. We just kind of attached the little nose thing here, which is awesome. We've got their old Boba Fett's Slave 1 here to compare it to. Unfortunately, I do not have the UCS Slave 1 to compare the both of them to. But, you know, someday we'll win the lottery and we'll be there. And we'll make all three. WStream, I appreciate it, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What have you been up to lately? Anything fun? Rocky, you forgot my black sandals. Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. But you never answered my question. Do you have a minifigure of you? Do you have a minifigure that you like? Because you should. Okay. This goes under here, but how? They're not really clear about whether this goes. So see this assembly here. If I can get this out so it'll focus. This assembly here goes underneath, but I don't know if this curved piece. I guess I have to imagine that it would go. Right, with the curved piece out like this. That makes sense, right? Because then it kind of matches this underside as well. Although, no, because I see a little bit of dark bluish gray here. So I think I'm wrong. That's a strange choice, but I'll roll with it. That. Well, I still don't see any of that dark gray that's visible right there. I don't know what that is. Did I miss a step back here? It would have happened somewhere. Oh no, I see it there. Let's back up just a skosh. Oh yeah. There's supposed to be a 1x2 plate here that I totally missed. Okay. Now we're fast forwarding back to here. So in order this has to go. That's why they didn't need to clarify, because it has to go here, and that's why they put that 1x2 plate there. I see. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Oh, maybe this is wobbly. Maybe I see it. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. We can't nitpick the set until it's done. That's my rule. It's my new rule that I'm implementing right now, as of right now. And you all have to follow along with it. Please and thank you. And again, I love the amount of this kind of medium turquoisey blue that we're putting in here. I feel like so much of the appeal of this set is the angles of this. So I'm glad that it's awesome in this small scale. Hey, pest control F by. All right. Hey, pest control. How's it going? Welcome. Cole, I want this so bad. Yeah, dude. I hear you. This is the only set from this wave that I'm like really itching to have. Maybe I'll get the V19 torrent if you know, especially if I can find it on sale. But the V19 torrent is the only other one that I'm even close to. But this one I had to, dude. Jango Fett is my goat. Got him right here. Very similar to the UCS one. He just doesn't have the arm printing, but he does it the new Rangefinder, which is awesome. Oh, FBI, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking like female bi, like female bisexual, but that's fine. So yeah, this set I got Jango Fett's my favorite, and I have the old slave one, so I needed to compare them. I was like, I can't pass this one up, especially like, you know, it's not. It could be way more overpriced than it is. It could be worse. It's still not great, but it could be worse. Cole, are there any other sets that you're looking forward to in this wave, or is this the only one? Because I know there's a lot of other sets, a lot of Clone Wars sets that are coming out. Some of which are more controversial than others. Oh, I see. Oh, I have to put the sticker on a curve thing? Nah, why does bro look like an elephant? I hear you, dude. God, is this right? Is this centered? I hope it is. It's mostly centered. The Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, is that Monkey D. Luffy? Is that from One Piece? How are people feeling about the One Piece sets? I don't watch One Piece, so I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. Oh, that is not centered. Dang. Well, the sticker's centered, actually. It's just not printed centered. That sucks. We're just going to get in here with fingers. Oh. Okay, I really got to get in here to make sure that this is centered. I think I want the print to be centered more than I want the sticker to be centered. No, that's not straight. Oh, what if I had it perfect the last time and I'm going to mess it up? There we go. I think that that's right. Oh, I see the Monkey D. Luffy minifigure. That's your figure of yourself. Rocka, I get it. Oh, kind of demolished that sticker. You should make a review on this set? I certainly could. What would you want to see in a review? I've never done really like reviews of sets before. Mainly because I just don't know what I'd say. I feel like I either vibe with a set or I don't vibe with a set, and that is a boring stinking video to be like, yeah, I like this set. Imagine like I upload like a 30-second YouTube video or a 10-second YouTube video and it's just me being like, yeah, man, this set's cool. That's it. That would be funny. I bet people would watch it. It's the internet. Like, I guess, you know, it's good. It's not overly expensive. It's so far it looks good. I mean, watch it, you know, this might completely change as I'm finishing up. It might all fall in the dumpster. But that's okay. I definitely want to make some sort of a comparison between these two. I think if I ever made a review, that would probably be what I focused on. There's that. Oh, is this paneling gonna get all persnickety for me? Is my microphone set up back so I can see a little bit better. There we go. We're just popping this down. Ooh, we're covering these gaps nicely, aren't we? That's kind of neat. FBI, open up. Oh, that's some good through lines. Dang, the color blocking's nice. I didn't notice that. The color blocking looks awesome. Man, a rare W from Star Wars where they have cool colors. Give us more cool colors, Star Wars. That's something I'll give. We were talking earlier about the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. That's something that I'll give the sequel trilogy. At least they gave us sets that were like red instead of sets that were just all like gray and stuff. At least they gave us cool colors. Shame they didn't like mean anything, but c'est la vie, c'est la vie, eh? Doing the same thing down here, closing up these gaps nice and tight. Right, like that. So look at that. You have this angle, but this angle right here, but this is all covering up this. So there you go. You forgot my wrist attachments that transformed my arm into 4 different mods: tiger and armadillo, dragonfly, and turtle. Oh wait, tiger, armadillo, dragonfly, turtle, tiger, and turtle, dragonfly, and armadillo. Nice. You know, all of that's a little difficult to build into a Lego minifigure, my friend, but I will see what I can do. Maybe I'll use you as the inspiration for our next cool minifigure Thursday. That would be fun. Oh, that'd be cool to do like viewer suggestions for cool minifigure Thursday. What are some cool minifigures you guys would like to see? Let's see what I can build. That's another thing we were talking about, like goals at one point, the goals that I have for the YouTube channel. It'd be cool to get to a point where I could have like people write in and like things that they want to see. Hey, even if that's a review of the Slave 1 set, I will take that. I wonder where this is going to go. Right along here, I guess? Oh, very cool. They didn't go under that? No. Oh, it sits on top of this plate. Ah, interesting. I wonder why they didn't have me build this earlier. Before I put all this in. Because this seems kind of complicated to be placing things. Like, there's a... I don't know if I can pull this back up. No, I'm breaking other stuff. Ah, okay, well, I can show you. This has this little plate here. It goes on top of that plate in there. So this slides in here. And then slots right down. And I've totally broken off this side. Oh, how embarrassing. As the wise man once said. How embarrassing. These look so cool right next to each other. I will never, ever, ever, ever get over that, guys. Never, ever, ever. Well, maybe someday. But not for a very long time, ever. Oh, I wonder if I did. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I'm just looking ahead at these instructions. It has me grabbing another one of these pieces. I accidentally put it here when I was supposed to put a different thing. Oh, I'll have to pull these off to get to it. Oh, I've been working a lot recently. My little thumbnails are not what they once were. So that gets painful sometimes. In my old age. That's a game that I could always like to play. Is how old do folks think I am? Because it is older. Well, probably not as old, actually. I feel like I've got a voice that conveys age and wisdom when I have neither of those things. We'll slot that back in there. We'll slot that back there. We'll slot this back in here. We're fixing our mistakes. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Oh, yeah, knee attachments that transform my leg into rabbit legs or cheetah legs. A backpack attachment that gives me butterfly wings or eagle wings. Yeah, man. I'll put that all in a minifigure. I'll see what I can do. You know, you might have to make some compromises, but not many. So I imagine these transparent red slopes here are probably going to have to go, are probably going to be representative of like the inside part. The inside bit, tell them we're here. And interesting that this one's brown and this one's red. But I feel like this set overall is like a mismatch of colors and stuff. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe. We're going to tile this off here. And do a cute little Habuyaka-cha up the top here. Oh, they gave us an extra of this little pearlescent piece. Or opalescent, or whatever that color is called. That's pretty sweet. Ooh, in the next bag, we're building a Kaminoan. This is still crazy to me that this minifigure exists. I thought for sure the last one that we got, this is Lama Su. I thought for sure Nala Se in the Obi-Wan set was going to be the only one Kaminoan that we ever got. I'm glad we're getting at least one more. I mean, not that there's... I say at least one more. There's not more Kaminoans, really. It's just these two that matter. But, ooh, boy, howdy, does that look awesome. That's super cool with this molded piece here for his neck and his head. What a great minifigure. And that means that this set has more minifigures than the UCS version. Which, like, go figure. Who would have thunk it? I don't know if they're as high quality, some would say, but they are close enough, and I think that gives you, if you're somebody who's really into minifigures, that actually gives you a little bit more value. But that might just be the coping that I'm doing. We'll see. We'll see how we end up feeling about this at the end. There we go. And so we're just building out this little thing along here. What's the MYL? No. Oh, never mind. It's gone. Oh, interesting. Am I putting this at kind of an angle? Surely not. Oh, well, it would help if I grabbed the right stinking piece here. No, okay, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's right. No? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What the Milo? Yeah, I don't know what that means either, if I'm being totally honest, Rocket. I think I might be too old. Okay, and then this just pops right on here. Ooh, listen to some smooth music right now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Have a seat. Let's build some Lego together. I hope that comes through on the microphone. You know, we're just having a quiet evening in. Just you and me. Building Lego. A little bit of smooth jazz. A $70 Lego set. And these hands. Oh, Jean, welcome back. I remember my first Lego sets I had as a 5-year-old were 2 Rebels on a speeder bike and an indoor scenery. It was a 6+ set and I got it 16 years ago. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like that's an all classic sounding set. I put this piece on backwards. See, now what you got to do is you got to go out and find the, if you can still, the diorama version that has has Luke and Leia chasing the Imperial Scout Trooper on a speeder bike. I think it came out 2 years ago at this point, honestly. You got to go get that and have it be the adult version of it. Now that you're, a little older, you can have the modern version compared with the old one. Also, do you still have that old set? Because that's pretty cool. That would be awesome. I just recently picked up some, I guess it's not recent anymore, but I picked up some sets from 2002, I believe. There were just some good old classic sets. We love to see them. Does this... Oh, interesting. I was supposed to have put a piece here. That's okay. Boop. Perfect. And I need... Oh, I might be dazed and confused here, but I think that goes there. And this goes here. So we're building up this angle. Nice and clean. Love it. There are animal cubes that can transfer my arms. Back over, you can switch them. Ah, there you go. Maybe I do, but as a 5-year-old, I didn't build the sets. Just the figures, really? That's interesting. I feel like when I was 5, I was super into building, like putting things together. Well, to be fair, I got into Lego originally. My parents got me into it because I had some fine motor skill issues as a kid. I was born all funky, and so I had issues with my fine motor control. And so the doctors told my parents to get me into Lego because they thought that it would be a good way of me redeveloping my dexterity here. And little did those doctors know that they were setting me up for a lifetime of Lego. Where does this piece here go? I honestly don't... Oh! It goes here. Whoa! I didn't realize that these two angled pieces here, an angled tile here and an angled tile here, that go right together. That's pretty neat. Also, what are we leaving this open for? Oh, I guess we're literally finding out in the next step. This. Oh, and one of these. Okay, so we've swapped. So... Hang on while my big brain figures this out. So on the old version, we had our aesthetic guns down here, and we had our stud shooters up here. Now we have our aesthetic guns up here and our stud shooters down here. Okay, I suppose. That's not my favorite thing, but that's okay. Just at 8 to 10, I began building because at first my parents would do my sets for me, so I never learned until I bought my first set at 10. Alrighty. Oh yeah, you mentioned that your first set was a 6+ set. Okay, but you were only 5. That makes sense, I suppose. Why you didn't build it? Let's see. I probably wasn't into Lego. When I was 5, yeah, you might be right. I might not have been building my own sets when I was 5. That makes sense. Until you were 10, yeah, that probably feels developmentally appropriate if I'm being totally honest. As far as I understand, at least. And now they have 4+ sets everywhere. They have Ninjago 4+ sets. They have Star Wars 4+ sets, and they're all super expensive because they're all big pieces. There's now all kinds of rules on what is allowed to be in a 4+ set. You can't have little pieces. You can't have stickers. You can't have certain minifigure parts, I believe. That'll be fun to talk about at some point, is what goes into designing a 4+ set. Oh, you know what? That'd be cool someday if I ever get the chance to talk to a Lego designer. Is like what goes into building a 4+ set, into designing a 4+ set. Obviously, they get budget and everything, but what goes into actually designing the set? Because, like, you know, you're not going to do super violent things, which a lot of Lego themes kind of are by nature. So I wonder what it is that they think about. I wonder what their inspiration is. I imagine we're switching. At 10, the first set I built for myself was a 14+. Alrighty, well, you know, your parents were just getting you a little ahead of the curve, I suppose. What was the first set that you actually built yourself? I think the first set that I built myself was probably It was a Knights Kingdom 2 construction figure, which is a constructible action figure. 4 plus or less pieces as well. You're right. I think mainly because they're so large. And so they have to keep their... keep costs down. I bet it's less pieces because everything's big. But yeah, I think my first Lego set was a construction figure. I think it was Sir Jango. And I still have it. I remember the canister that it came in. It was similar to Bionicle in my mind, I suppose. It was the Batwing from the Lego Batman movie. Is that the one you're thinking of? Gotcha. I have the Batwing from the one that's just kind of comics based. So it's the one that has Batwoman in it, and I believe it had Omak and Brother Eye in it as well. Oh, was I supposed to have done the guns as well? There they are, the guns. Oh, Danny boy, the guns are falling. Yeah, I could be more of a fan of how they did these guns. Maybe someday I'll do a modification where I swap them out. Hey, what? What did I mess up here? Did I put this too high? Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I did. I totally did. Okay. So I put this one higher than it should have been. I bet I can get in here with my handy dandy brick separator. Raka, I'm going to be totally honest with you, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about. Use the clay to make the tiger arm and armadillo arm, and use clay again. If you're using clay to build a Lego minifigure, is that even a minifigure anymore, dude? I feel like you're just making a clay sculpture, which is sick, but I don't know if I'd call that a Lego. And then what in the world are these little ratcheting hinge pieces for? I don't think anything goes there on the set. I mean, we'll find out, but... Yeah, I see what people are talking about with this. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I keep saying we'll get there, and someday we will get there. That I can promise you. Yeah, man, you can't be adding custom butterfly wing pieces. That's cheating. Well, I suppose it's Lego. Nothing's cheating. It's all in good fun. What kind of long form do you make? I make all kinds of long form. So far, I've done a review on a set stand. I've done a video about a Ninjago store display that I found. That was a really, really cool find. I've done a video about a light kit review from a light that's like, you know, an aftermarket light kit for a set. And gosh, I'm working on one right now. Excuse me. That is building every single minifigure that I own. All in one go, which has been super fun to film, but it's taken a really long time to do and edit and all that jazz. I've done some Bricklink hauls. I've done... Oh, what was the one that... I made a mock very recently for the first time, which was an incredible experience that I actually got to do live on stream here. And then I had some folks help me as I was building it. With the instructions process, and I uploaded that all to Rebrickable. So, you know, I've got a whole bunch of plans for stuff that I want to make going forward, but that's some of the stuff that I've done so far. As the name would imply, Brickstorian, I love talking about Lego history in particular. So anything that really captures the imagination in terms of the history of the product, the history of sets, comparisons, That's why the comparisons here idea appeals to me so much. Mainly because I can only yap at my fiance so much about Lego history before she goes, okay, you got to talk to someone else about this. I'm kidding, of course. She does not say that. She's actually very, very supportive. Especially of all the Lego that we've got. I see those hearts. Yeah, she's very supportive, especially of all the Lego that I've got swarming our living room right now. Like I said, I'm building every single minifigure that I own, and it's just taking up a whole table in our common space. And oh, it's funny. You have to laugh because if you think about the amount of money that you've spent on plastic, it's a little silly. But you know, I love it, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're getting married, and that's cool. I'd love to find a way to do some sort of a Lego-related video that relates to our wedding. Although I don't really want... The thing that I'm nervous about with that is I don't want it to, like, become a whole production. Because a wedding is a production enough in and of itself. For those of you who have ever been to a wedding, it gets crazy. Me and cardboard. Yes, that's true. Yes, Michaela loves Pokemon cards. So that's... You know, we have our trade-offs here and there. That's all good. Long form cardboard. Yeah, man. You got it. Is this the little neck piece for where the cockpit goes? It's a little flimsy at first, but I trust the process. This is no Republic juggernaut. So I trust that it won't fall apart. I've heard from a Lego ambassador that if you want to become a Lego ambassador, you need to get a meaningful presence on the platform you're working on, and get a big enough audience. That's the goal. I want to, you know, I want to eventually grow a large enough community that people feel like I have some sort of a meaningful thing to say, you know? And I want that to be real. I want to actually, like, have things to say. So that's why I'm not trying to push it necessarily too hard, because I don't want that to be forced. I want to really actually, like, make cool stuff that you guys find engaging. And then I would like to someday... If I stay interesting enough, and if people find me interesting enough, someday get to a point where that lands me with the ability to talk more about sets in the form of the Lego Ambassador Network. And gosh, that'd just be such a cool dream to, like, come true. To, like, have Lego as a company, like, to work with them and have them know who I am. I mean, maybe that's a little... I don't know. I don't know if that sounds desperate or anything. Maybe a little too fanboy, but if you get the chance, you'll have to go check out some of my long form videos and let me know if you feel like if I'm having a meaningful presence on the platform I'm working on. Meanwhile, Rocka's out here with a monkey tank that transforms into a monkey and a tank. And that is pretty sick, dude. So, you know, you've got it set. And it has a pool. That's awesome, dude. What more could you want? You got a monkey tank that transforms into a monkey and a tank and has a pool. So sweet. I'm going to guess that says any people who engage with their community chat. I like it. Yeah, engaging with your community is super important. I've got a bunch of people who come by. Some of them stopped by earlier who are regulars on these streams and who, you know, like to chat about some of the new sets and all that jazz. And I love to do the same. And that's why, besides, you know, I was joking about, like, the Lego Ambassador would be super cool. But ultimately, I'm here to, like, meet people and have folks who know about Lego and who are willing to talk about it. Like I said, my fiance is lovely, and she's happy to listen to me yap from day until dawn about Lego, but it's not her interest as much as it is mine. And getting the chance to come on here and talk about Lego sets, talk about all these August 1st Lego Star Wars sets that are a lot, you know, that means a lot to me. And getting to chat with people who have a monkey tank that transforms into a monkey and a tank with a pool. That's super cool. And in my mind, right, that's the way to build a community that has a real presence, is to be engaged with your, you know, what you're talking about. Did I build this right? No, I'm one off. That's fine. You gotta care, and then people will care about you. Maybe I'm tired. I'm out here getting all sentimental on a Saturday afternoon about Lego, but you know, Lego is fun, and first off, welcome Hoarder 66, incredible. Lego is fun, and I refuse to be one of those adults who goes through life miserable. I agree, dude. I'm out here with like hundreds of pounds of plastic in my apartment. And you know what? Some people might say it's a waste of money, but I'm out here having fun with a bunch of folks on the internet. And we're all having fun together. And you're right. I'm not going through life boring. I need a clip piece. What color clip piece? Black. That's why I didn't see. What are your most expensive figures? A lot of them are Ninjago. A lot of them are Ninjago snakes. And then beyond that, my most valuable is a 2008 Clone Wars Captain Rex, the Phase 1 version. Excuse me. But the problem with that is that I've lost the helmet when I moved out of my parents' house. I put all, when I was a kid, I put all my cool, you know, like you were talking about, Jean. I had all my, I built all the minifigures. They were what really mattered to me as a kid. And so I put all of what I deemed the cool pieces into the cool pieces bin. And then I lost the cool pieces bin somewhere along the road there. So then when I moved and I, you know, started, when I moved out and I started really getting into Lego as more of an adult hobby like this, I don't have my cool pieces bin, which means that I'm missing Captain Rex's helmet. He's literally like the most valuable Lego minifigure that I own. And the only thing that I have that proves that I have him is the head. Because I'm missing the attachments and I'm missing the helmet. Which is just devastating. I'll get a new one at some point. But just the helmet itself is like $130. My most expensive ones are the red dual-headed Serpentine. You have two of them in a Deadpool? Dude, if you ever want to get rid of one of those Serpentine, let me know. That is the only Serpentine minifigure that I don't have. Is it the two-headed one with the tail? I mean, either way. That's sick. Those are some good... the Deadpool is awesome, especially with your profile picture. Hoarder66, I'm 42, split up with my ex, moved into my mother's house, and found Lego from my daughter's childhood in the closet. So I got back into it, and then my mother got to it. That's a bummer that your mother got to it. Hopefully she didn't take it away. But moved into your mother's house and found Lego from my daughter's childhood in your closet. That's so sweet, dude. What a story. And what a way to, like, I don't know, have Lego feel so personal. I love that for you, man, and I hope that the hobby is still treating you well. Because it means a lot of things to a lot of people. Jean, yes, with the tail. Oh, man, if you ever want to get rid of that, hit me up. I would love to have one of those someday. Like I said, it's the last Serpentine minifigure. I have all the other Serpentine generals from Ninjago. That is the only one that I don't have. I'll get him someday. But for now, I'll just be jealous of yours. Did I mess this up somehow? No. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Now I'm saying my mother has her own city now. She loves it. Oh, man, that's so sweet. So, all right, so you moved out. You broke up with your ex. You moved back in with your mom. And you found your daughter's old Lego. And it helped you, like, it helped your mom get back into it. And I have to imagine, maybe just because I'm sappy like this, is that, like, did it bring you guys closer together? Because if so, that is, like, the sweetest story that I've ever heard in my gosh darn life. Why I got 2 is because when I was young, I asked for my grandma and my dad for the same set. Nice. You know, obviously I keep talking about Ninjago because I love it so much. But when I was a kid, I traded away some of my Star Wars minifigures for 2 of what I thought for Samukai, who's one of the generals, the skeleton generals from Ninjago. And I got 2 of them from a friend because I thought he was so cool that I wanted 2 of him. And that was such a waste. Looking back at it now, like I don't think you really need 1, unless you're doing, you know, you got a reason for it. So now I've got 2. And granted, this Samukai minifigure ended up being more valuable than the Ninjago minifigure, or sorry, than the Star Wars minifigure I traded away. So I kind of ended up on the sweet end of the deal. But now I've got 2 of a semi-valuable Ninjago minifigure from 2011, and I think that that's so silly. And that's part of that is that's part of why I'm doing this video where I'm talking about all the Ninjago, all the minifigures that I own of all themes, is that I want a chance to tell those kinds of stories, and embrace the kind of community that brings. And everyone's got stories like that. Lego makes stories. Chet, still alive. I leave in 25 minutes. Oh, dude, I don't know if I'm still going to be going in 25 minutes. We're getting near the end of this. But I will do my best, brother, if I can. We'll see what we got in the tank here. Randucci, welcome back, man. A little hard for you. Wait, how did... Yeah, a little hard for you too, dude. Hearts all around. It's that kind of sentimental evening, you know? We're all just jamming. That's part of why I love this music. It always makes me feel good when I'm building Lego. Always makes me feel a vibe. No, like the Darth Vader. No, I'm sorry, dude. I'll take it slow. We'll take it slow for Jet. I'll do my best to still be live. When I was young, I had the big head forearm skeleton. Big head forearm skeleton that I traded. Oh, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Samukai. That's the one I have 2 of. That I traded for a Spider-Man because when I was young, I was scared of him. What a bummer, it's like $200 now. Yeah, dude, I've got 2 of him. I've got 2 of that big head forearms skeleton. That's what I mean. Like, I certainly, in this trade that I did with my friend at the time, I certainly came out on top financially. But, alas, now I've got 2 of them, which is just silly. Ben 10 reference. Oh, man, Ben 10 referenced in the chat. All right, there we are with our Slave 1 wings. Ooh, they're kind of loose, or they're kind of tight. Can I loosen these up a little bit? And that rotates all the way around. That doesn't feel right. They feel loose. Or, sorry, they feel tight. I don't want them to be that tight. But when I loosen them, they go all the way around. Why? Interesting. If I tighten these all the... Oop, 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 oop. I'm breaking stuff. Because one of the things about the Boba Fett's version is when you lift it, it rotates back and these stop. Well, I guess they can go all the way around. Oh, but they don't because of this little stopper peg. Kind of stops them there. Does this have that? When I lift it up. No, this doesn't have that. So these can rotate all the way around. Ooh, interesting. We might have to futz with that at some point. Because I'm not a huge fan of the way that those are. Those feel very tight in a way that's very unsatisfying. Alrighty, and we're gonna pop this down on here. And I mean, there we have it. We're basically done, right? We're basically done. I actually have no idea what all the rest of this is. Oh, this is the cart that it stands on. Okay, so for reference, the 2021 one came with this little cart. And you just wedge this in here. And this goes underneath, the ladder goes underneath this tile. And the idea is that it stands up. So that's how this one is displayable on this display stand. This one I think is done. Okay, the wings get there in the end. It just needs its little cart. It has the handle back here. Ooh, the handle feels slightly different. Okay. So that's where we're at. Okay, we just got to build our display cart. Let's move this over here. Let's move these over here. There we go. My two-headed red serpentine is only going for about $90 Canadian right now. Yeah. I mean, it's, I believe, the rarest of the serpentine, and therefore the most expensive. And it's not like Star Wars numbers, where things get super valuable over time. Horde 66 is over here building the Force Burner Snowspeeder. That is a 6. Dude, did you see the trailer for Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2? I just watched it with my fiance the other day. It looks super cool. I had so much fun with Rebuild the Galaxy Season 1. I built the Jedi Bob Starfighter. I think it was the only set I actually got, but I really want to get the Dark Falcon specifically. The rest of them I don't really care about from the first season, but that Force Burner Snowspeeder is such a fun set. I'm glad that you're enjoying that too. Isn't the rarest the white and purple? Is he? His name's Pythor. And I don't think he's the rarest. I think the red one is the rarest. Do you see Darth Revan in it? I hope we get the fig. Yeah, dude. Me too. It is time for a Darth Revan, especially with the Darth Malak from last year, from the 25th anniversary sets. I would love to get a new Darth Revan figure. I'm still going to try to hunt that old one, just because, you know, I'm into the history of it. But someday, maybe. I got all the sets from Rebuild the Galaxy. Okay, so I remember... So the first season had Jedi Bob Starfighter, the Dark Falcon, and then the TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup set. Am I forgetting any sets from that season 1? Those are all the ones I can think of. And then this year, all we have is the Force Burner Snowspeeder so far. But I bet we're going to get more. Oh, what if there was like a surprise September wave that had more Rebuild the Galaxy sets? That'd be sick. I got Jedi Bob from Rebuild the Galaxy. That's why I got him too. I wanted that Jedi Bob so bad. God, what if Rebuild the Galaxy is the thing that like brings back a bunch of Star Wars fan favorite characters? I mean, it kind of already is that. But what if it's the way we get that Darth Revan, in the same way we got Jedi Bob and we got Jedi Vader too? That was a sweet minifigure. That's one of the many reasons why I want to get the Dark Falcon. Is I think that Darth Jar Jar looks awesome. The Darth Ray looks awesome from that set. The Jedi Vader, the beach vacation Luke. I think all of the minifigures in that set look phenomenal. And I've always wanted a Falcon, but I don't necessarily like the regular Falcon. I don't feel that I'm not a huge original trilogy guy, so I don't really feel the need to get like a big regular Falcon. But the Dark Falcon just feels so unique. And like if I'm gonna get a Falcon, I may as well get that. Advu calendar. Yep, Advent calendar is Babu Frick. I don't like the sequels, but I want that figure. Amen, dude. Well, hey, if you don't like the sequels, just pretend that you're getting him as a Mandalorian figure. You know, he was in the Mandalorian, or maybe not Babu Frick, but one of Babu Frick's species. Am I being Babu Frick racist? I have the Dark Falcon, but I want to get a case for it before I build it so it doesn't get dust on it. I hear you. You could do that thing that people do where they build like the coffee table version. Then put the little Falcon in it. It's close to 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to sleep. Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming on by, Jean. I appreciate you stopping by. And have a lovely evening. You need at least one 75375 Falcon. Is that the one? The one that's been on shelves since literally 2019? I have 5 and none of them are Falcons. Oh, wait, no. Is that the MIDI scale one that you turned into the Stinger Mantis? Because, yes, no, you're correct. What have you turned the other ones into? I plan on using my 2019 Falcon to make Dash Rendar's ship from the N64 game Shadows of the Empire. Dude, speaking of, I think it was Shadows of the Empire. Did you see the, what's his name, Jax or whatever? The green rabbit is going to be in Rebuild the Galaxy. I think he was from Shadows of the Empire as well. I think his name's Jack. Jack or Jax. God, yeah, no, that is an awesome plan, is to turn it into Dash Rendar's Corellian freighter. The Stinger Mantis, the Invisible Hands. Nice, dude. Honestly, maybe I'm going to have to pick up a couple of that set just to turn it into different things. Because like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Falcon in general, its design. But there are some cool ships you can turn it into. I wonder, like, is it better for those sets to do it based off the Falcon version, or is it better to do it off of like I feel like the what's the one that's not a Venator that came out recently? I feel like that's got to be the better version to turn into things, right? Because it's got better angles and stuff, better plate coverage. I know people have made mocks where they turned that into, I want to say it's the Executor, but I can't remember. I know people have done mocks where they've turned that into a little MIDI scale Venator. But I also saw somebody talking about a rumor that they might come out with a little scale Venator as well. I built the Outrider, the Republic dropship, and ATT. Wait, you built a little mini Republic dropship in ATTE? Oh my lord. Dude, that's adorable. A Razor Crest, a Ghost, and an ATSD. I cannot get over the Republic dropship. Which, by the way, I'm very close to pronouncing that wrong. Republic dropship. Ship. Republic dropship. That's it. That's crazy work, dude. I love that. And there we have our little cart. Okay. Is it not going to show me how to build the... Okay, it is. But first it wants me to put this up on the stand. So we're going to put these all over to the side. These go up. This already, I'll say, feels sturdier than the little cart that it goes on. The Boba Fett's one. This sits here. And these slide on like that. Dude. Look at that. We're going to bring these front and center here. Oh, yeah, the Boba Fett's one is wobbly. The Jango Fett's one is not. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's put these guys here. Boom. Boom. And I like it shows you, too, on the instruction manual how to use the handle as well, which is cool. I literally bought the Falcon for the first time because I was so excited for the Outrider. Yeah, dude. That's a good choice. Okay, so we're turning these into, Nope! I lost the stud. Oh. We're turning these into the little seismic charges. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute, y'all. It's just a head. It's just a head. The same guy who came out with the UCS scale, Outrider from the UCS. Oh my god! Wait, he made a UCS scale one and a MIDI scale one? That's insane. I mean, hey, they've got to be pretty comparable, right? And this, it says, oh, wait, I push in on this. Whoa! Oh, I'm a child, but that's so cool. Okay, so remember how I was talking earlier in the set about this? This is weird that it's loose. You press in on this, And the bottom opens up. And then I can put my seismic charges in. Oops, I done messed up this one. I done messed up Aaron. Give me 1 second. There we go. Boop. Seismic charges in there. Shuffle them around a little bit. And then we close that back up. And then... Oh, I see. I think I could only fit one. Oops. 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 Oh, I'm dropping everything. Shoop. We'll close that up. And then you could just be like... Let me see if I can get this. Ready? You drop that, but there's the... Boom. Oh, I'm a child at heart, but that's such a cool mechanic. And then you literally just... Sorry, hang on now. You just drop this back in here. Let's close that up. And there we go. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I'll move these over to the side. There we go. I need a way to slip some DMs, bro. I'm gonna just share with you. Yeah, dude, we'll figure something out. Cause that would be awesome. I gotta get my Discord back in order. I don't use it often these days. But I gotta figure it out. Okay. Now let's get our minifigures in there. Lamasu can sit over to the side. We've got our extra seismic charge here. We'll open this up. And I believe Boba fits there in back of his dad. I believe we can still fit both minifigures in here. I'll take his guns. He doesn't need those. look at him in his little coffin back there. That's so silly. Jango will sit down. I assume he has to sit. He'll sit on this. And this. Oh my god, it does. It closes down. In Discord and Reddit, I'm Renducci. Yeah, dude, I found... I don't know if you got the notification. I found your Reddit post about yours and your wife's sig figs on Reddit. That was so funny. I found it on Reddit, and it left a little comment. I think I tried... I think I left a comment. I tried to. I don't know if it let me. I don't remember. Okay. And there we go. Oh, and here's all the other sets of the wave. Let's talk some other sets of this wave. Too much money. No, good amount of money. Too much money. Good amount of money. Too much money. I have seen no one talk about this. Literally no one. Too much money. Of course. Good amount of money. I might get this one. Good amount of money. Hoarder66, you were talking about building this, the Force Burner Snowspeeder. Honestly, I love it for the orange lightsaber and for this Mun minifigure. And then Wicket, I don't really care for. I think that the buildable characters who are real people and not droids are weird, if I'm being totally honest. So alas, there we go. I'm just going to grab this and cover up that there QR code. So I want to scan those in and get the points for it. No comment, but I'm glad you saw it. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I tried to leave a comment and it's too old now. Like Reddit doesn't like when you leave comments that are old. But yes, I did see it. That's some good stuff. Once I reassemble all of my minifigures, or once I disassemble all my minifigures again, I'll have to rebuild my sig fig. Because it's pretty iconic. So that's all the extra pieces we have. That is quite a lot of extra pieces if I'm being... Oh, there's one more. Somebody was talking earlier about doing a brief review of this. I don't know if I'll do a whole video of it, but things I like. The stickers are not bad. There's a sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, and sticker here. These ones, the color matching is so good that you can see it better. You can see it more in this camera and in this light, but actually the color difference, it kind of doesn't matter if you line them up correctly because they look close enough that it's like fine. This one sucked because the sticker was not printed centered. So it's actually like I had to put the sticker farther that direction. With my trusty handy dandy little tweezers over here. I've unfortunately stopped using my my helping hands over here. Did not need it for... no, it's not that I've stopped using it. I actually even put batteries in it. But it's that I didn't need it. So that's a plus. The wings are tight. I don't know how to loosen those wings. Maybe I just straight up pull these out some. That didn't make it better. But these don't, like, rotate with the set. I mean, they're supposed to. They're clearly supposed to. Maybe I'll have to pull some of this up. And pull... I don't know. Somehow. Maybe they'll just loosen with time. Whereas this ones are also not incredibly tight, but they're, like, enough. They're not incredibly loose, but they're loose enough that they do that. In terms of comparing these two, I mean, we'll move these out of the way. They are pretty much exactly the same. We'll even make this the thumbnail picture right here. Exactly. There's some minor differences, but for the most part, it's exactly. Even the back sides, I think, is very funny. They did some of the same techniques with the greebling that they have here with these hinge pieces right here and right here. That's pretty much exactly the same. These, this kind of looks like Hu Yang's face with the two eyes like this. They used plates here instead of studs, and slightly different coloring. This one also has the added feature of the the seismic charges that drop out. This one, this underside here. This flips up, and you can pull out this Gamorrean guard. And then put that back in and close it back up as a part of Boba's. Jango's, you can also push this up. And you could probably store something in here, but it's also the storage for the seismic charge, which you activate by pushing this in like that. This is on a slider. So that's basically just storage at this point. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. In terms of play features, gosh, I sound real professional actually for once. This one has these aesthetic guns, which just go like whoop, 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 whoop. They don't do anything. It has two stud shooters here, which I think are appropriate because these are missiles. This has two guns here that don't do anything. These are the aesthetic ones on this one. And the stud shooters are down here. I actually don't have a problem with these guns down here being stud shooters. What I do have a problem with is that they can't move, because I think it's pretty essential if you're a kid and you're recreating the scene with where he's shooting Obi-Wan. I'll make this is Obi-Wan. He's down here. These guns have to angle down so he can pew pew pew. We'll recreate it sideways, right? Like it has to be like that so he can pew pew pew. The fact that this can't do that, that's disappointing. But the fact that they both have this handle on the back, there's that one, and here is that one. Great. Oh, here's this piece. I actually have access to this back here. That's silly. Obviously unintentional, but silly. Great that they both have the handle. Great that they both have the display carts here. So that you can display them right next to each other. And I've got my Jango Fett's helmet from a previous stream that we did. And I can display all of them together. So I'm going to have a Fett shelf. It's my Fett, it's only a little bit Fett. It's like Fett-ish. You know, like my Fett-ish shelf. It's also got some clones, but it's mostly just Fett-ish stuff. You know, some simples. And unfortunately, I know Jet was trying to come by later once he gets out of work, but I think I'm running out of things to say about these sets. So maybe I'll stay on for a little bit more, but I think we're kind of coming to the end here. I appreciate you all for coming out and joining me. Now I've got all my stuff together. I will say, actually, just keep talking about this, because I do have more thoughts. The minifigure selection in this set, way better than this set. Do I think it's a $20 discrepancy? No. But what is, I wonder, this was $50. This was $70. I wonder what $50 in 2021 equates to in 2025 money. And I wonder how much of that is inflation and how much of that is getting extra minifigures. Even just one extra minifigure. Because in the other one, I believe we got repainted Boba Fett, which had no new molds, and the Din Djarin Mandalorian, which also had no new molds. But this one has these two, which are pretty much reused from the UCS one, and then this, which is a pretty crazy minifigure. Let's see if we can get a close-up of that. Look at that helmet. Look at that head, dude. And this is all one piece here. There he is. So I don't know. I wonder what the value of creating this minifigure was. We will never know, and we will never know if it is worth it or not. But here we are. I think we're kind of at the end of things. So 10:59. I think we're just gonna close up. Thank you all for joining me for another lovely build. I think the next one that I do is likely going to be in 2 weeks, as it usually is, and I'm likely going to be building the Fire Knight's mech from Ninjago. And I will possibly be building that with Michaela over in some sort of separate setup. I don't make no promises because schedules change, but that is my goal. And until then, I think thank you, Michaela. Horder66, yeah, y'all got to do what Horder66 is saying. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are enjoying the content. If you want to see more, I've got plenty of shorts. Those go out twice a week, as much as I can help it. I have long form videos that come out as well. So if you like what you've seen here, if you like this kind of stuff, stay tuned. Subscribe for more. Like it because you like it. And good night.